Hello, how are you? Hope you're good. So instead of opening a second channel, I've decided that I would rather just start something called Irrelevant Thursdays. Anything non-bookish related. Not on every Thursday, so don't worry, but on the very rare occasion that I'm gonna have something irrelevant, I'm gonna try and upload that on Thursday. So, you know, if you're not into these things, you can just easily skip it. But Wednesday, Sundays, and all the other days are all bookish things. So today I have a bullet journal setup because I've been speaking with some people on Instagram and people seem to want to see how it looks like, because sometimes it's in my photos, so yeah, no. Also, the light is a bit weird, so ignore it. I am not good with art, so don't expect anything super pretty like most of people have with their bullet journal, but I wanted something very practical because I usually have so many of these random notebooks for various different things and none of the presets really suited me, so I've just decided to give bullet journaling a go and I'm really liking it so far. I will show you my yearly layouts as well before the April's layout, so I think without further ado, let's get into it. So first I have my yearly review pages, I suppose. You can really use any journal that you want, but I'm using the Luchterner thing that I can never pronounce that I'm just written down because they have these 3 bookmarky things that I really like. Yeah, this is a previous page that I fucked up because I really wanted those simplistic boxes, but yeah, I did things. It's 6 months per 2 pages, so I think it works. It's just enough space to plan things out. Right, next I have my New Year's resolutions. Like, can you see how many? I'm doing really great with those. And I have 30 before 30. I'm turning 25, but you know, logic. Then the next pages are my to-see list, which is again not very populated, and the graphic novel and manga pages, which I don't really use those two, so I'm probably not gonna make them next year. Then we of course have a reading list for 2017. I usually just use Goodreads, but I thought it's nice to have this in my planner as well, just in case, you know, the app dies or something, you never know. So I have the shelf on one side and it contains 50 because I want to read at least 50, and then just a rating scale on the right side. Then I have a really low-key tracking page that I write in monthly. A few very basic numbers for subscribers, views, and followers. And on the right side I have a page. It was supposed to be a list of my favorite meals, but as you can see it's empty. Then 2 empty pages in case I need to write something. Now I'm not gonna show you everything before April, but this is basically a basic monthly layout that I've stuck with until April, because I'm trying to change things up. If there's gonna be people who want to see the previous months, I can always make another video for that, but yeah, I'm gonna move on to April now. I really hated how March turned out, so I thought I'll make April all chill, so this is how it looks like. For the monthly view, I went with whatever that blob thing is on the top, but I actually quite like it. I always really like to see a calendar view, so I still included it, but I just made it a bit smaller than usual because I'm not gonna actually use it for anything. It's just so I can see the layout of the month. And on the right side is my vertical monthly layout. I really do like how it turned out. I don't like how it looks through the camera because this camera just, maybe because it was really late in the evening, but it just looks like I shot this with like a potato. Anyway, I went with like a spacey theme because I'm basic. I splashed some watercolor, which now in hindsight I think that it would have been better if I used any other type of paint because it's sort of rubbing off, but I still really like how it looks like. So next I have my trackers. I actually changed a lot for my trackers from the previous months. This is the first time I'm trying to do them vertically. I minimized the things that I track because I realized I just never actually go back and do it after like first 10 days of the month. I just forget about it. So I think if I minimize the amount of things that I'm tracking, and yeah, maybe that will work. I also got rid of the goals in the monthly main page, so I just wrote them here in case I feel like it, but I'm really not that sort of like set intention person, so whatever. On the right side I have my spend log. Now this is different from normal budgeting. I do that with an online app that connects me straight to my bank, so I never miss anything because I would forget to write things down. This is more of an exercise to make sure that I spend money wisely on things that legitimately make me happy, so it's not spontaneous. And even if it is spontaneous, it's certain categories. I just want to determine what those categories are. So what I do is when I purchase something that's not, groceries or something that you need to purchase, I'll write it down, I'll write the price, I write the initial feelings, and then 3 weeks later I write if I regret it or if I really enjoy that I did that or bought it, so at the end of it I can see what sort of things I generally don't regret spending money on in the long term. I just think it's a good exercise and maybe it'll help me at some point. Then I have something that is extremely helpful and basically the whole reason I created a bullet journal. So that's an area for my social medias and planning around that. This is the first time I'm including Instagram in this, so I have a whole left page for the ideas and whatnot, and the right page lists the weekends because I can only take photos or film during the weekends, so I thought it would make sense to separate the page into the weekends so I can plan the weekends. Then we come to the pages that I had even before the bullet journal. I just had a separate notebook for it, and that's YouTube scheduling. The table on the left basically has not changed from the beginning of when I started YouTube. The page on the right literally changes every single month. So as you can see, I've done the same thing that I've done for Instagram this month and just separated into the weekends. I think this is gonna work much, much better. On the left side, I obviously have a table. This depends on your schedule. If you have a YouTube channel, I upload every Sunday and Wednesday. Although to be honest, I usually upload 3 to 5 videos per week, so I really need that other column. I put the days and the numbers of the days in the corner there. Usually I pop some color there if I want to, if I feel like it. So yeah, and I just schedule around it. I don't have any strong feelings about crossing things out because obviously the schedule changes a lot. If you feel like you would rather not make it messy, then you can always just take tiny sticky notes and just create squares that you can swap about. I'm personally completely fine with my bullet journal looking messy, so yeah, it doesn't always look this, it never actually looks this tidy as it looks now. This is why I wanted to film it now, it's easier like that. So because this month I went with the scheduling on the weekends page, I needed space for ideas because I always run out. And then on the right I have again just space for some ideas and such, and in that little cloud I'm just gonna write the book in a jar is for that month. And then I have a tiny column for filmed videos because sometimes I'll film 7 to 8 videos in a day, and then obviously I'm not gonna upload all of them at once, so I need to remember what I've actually filmed so I don't lose it. Because sometimes I do that and then I delete it by accident and I can never find the footage again. Next I have a page for my brain dump, well 2 pages because I always have this without any exceptions for any months basically. I feel like everyone should have this. This is where any sort of ideas or doodles or whatever goes when it doesn't really fit in any other pages. Although I also include notes between the weekly spreads if I need to, and for planning like tags and such, because the whole point of this is so I would only have one notebook, or to minimize the amount of notebooks, because I'm not gonna lie, I have more. But yeah, I'm fairly certain you know what the brain dump pages are for. Then we move on to my weekly layout. It's pretty much always been like this. I like to have monthly, weekly, and daily just because you can carry things onwards. And yeah, if you want me to make a tiny video on how bullet journaling basically works, I can do that as well, just let me know. And so yeah, this is my weekly one. I like it this way. I don't think I will change it anytime soon. The reason for why I need the weekly one is because I do not plan my daily schedule in advance, because most of the time I will at least skip one day because I will just simply sometimes not gonna have time for scheduling or just not gonna have enough things to schedule for. So I put my days as I go. So when I'm done with Monday, at the end of Monday or the beginning of Tuesday, I will just draw another line and write Tuesday, and then maybe I'll skip Wednesday, and then I'm just gonna plan for Thursday. You know what I mean? I don't want to sort of waste space and stuff, and it's not like it takes a lot of effort. So yeah, this is it for my April's layout. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm so not sure why the quality of this video is so sort of crappy. I hope you can see enough detail for, to get the general gist. If you want to see more of these sort of videos, please let me know, give it a thumbs up. It only takes a second for you, and it lets me know if you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you very soon. Bye!